Yes, welcome back to the channel GH247. Dear friends, wherever you are around the globe, especially the diaspora, this channel, like always, like I do say, it's your channel. Make it your own. Like the video, share the video, and let me hear from you in a comment section. Well, dear friends, surprises are coming up every day in JM's government. John Mahama is not joking. Don't take NDC government for granted. Before we came into office, before NDC came into power, they know exactly what they want to do. And hey, heads are still, rolling, you know that. And I'll get to that pretty soon. But yesterday, the list of the regional ministers came up. List of regional ministers, young and dynamic men and women. My goodness, JM will not stop surprising us. I'm worried for the old guys. So if you're above 60, I'm worried for you in this government. It's very likely that anybody above 60, before you get a position, you either come in as a consultant or something else. This is not Akufo-Addo. This is not NPP. This is not Osafo Maso's era. President JM is not ready to appoint Osafo Maso's kind of people into his government. No. Young and dynamic, actively responsible, energetic young men. Regional ministers. Oh yes, JM, thumbs up. He already nominated 10 regional ministers for vetting. 10 out of the 16 regions in Ghana. Out of the 16 regions in Ghana, 10 are out. And look, the Ashanti regional minister nominee, it shocked many people to the core. NDC secretary, regional secretary, Ashanti regional, Dr. Frank Amwakohene, a young man, young and dynamic man. Are you surprised? I am. Then we also have this Charity Gardner. Charity Gardner, another beautiful lady, very young lady. Listen, JM, keep going. Quickly, I'll go over the names and their regions quickly, and I'll go into some other issues. Yes, and those of you who are already trying to go around with your fake news items, and hey, Kojo Sheldon, someone should tag Kojo Sheldon here. Watch your back. Watch your back. You came from somewhere before you got to where you are right now. It took you sweat to build your studio. You came from somewhere before you arrived here. Don't ever think that you are above every other person in Ghana. Don't ever be thinking your head is getting too full, as big as it is. Relax. When you started, we all know how you started. Oh yes, some of us are just starting now, but it does not mean that we will not get to where you are. It's just a matter of time. So watch your words. You hear me? You get it? Watch your words. Let your shoulder, try and watch, if you can turn your neck, turn yourself and watch over your shoulder. You started somewhere before you got to where you are. So don't ever think no one can get to where you are right now. I'll be back on you again. Let me just finish my news item. President Mahama nominates first batch of regional ministers. Oh yes, the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has submitted the names of underlisted to Parliament through the Speaker for prior approval to serve as regional ministers. 1. Northern Regional Minister Ali Adolf John. 2. Oti Regional Minister John Kwajo Japon. 3. Volta Regional Minister, yes, my own state, Volta Regional Minister James Gano. I know him very well. He is just fit for the job. Another young man, James Gano. James Gano. Now, Eastern Regional Minister, Mrs. Rita Akosua Ajay Awate, another young lady out there. Northeast, Northeast, Ibrahim Tia. Ashanti, Dr. Frank Amwakohene. Upper East, Akamugri, Donatus Atanga. Ahafo, Charity Gardner. Yes, Charity Gardner, Ahafo. Savannah region, Salisu, Be Awuribe. Yes, Awuribe. Greater Accra region, Linda Oklu, MP, Osudokushai, that area, I believe, Linda Oklu. Congratulations to you guys. I pray and hope you guys go through the vetting process successfully. But the good news is that all these guys are very young men and women. They are very young men and women coming to serve. Just look at this lady on your screen. Very young lady. As a regional minister. Look, if you don't like this, NDC, we cannot emulate MPP. We cannot emulate. We are not a property-grabbing political party. MDC are not property-grabbing political party. No. Property-owning political party. That is their ideology. MPP's ideology is property-grabbing ideology. Or property-owning ideology. That is their ideology. Now, the old men, the truth of the matter is that some of the old men in the NDC might not be actually happy. Because looking at the appointees so far, JM is going to nominate not more than 60 ministers. That is both the regional ministers, sector ministers, and deputy ministers as well. So altogether 60. Now, with 3 nominated last week, last week, with this 10, that is how many? That's 13 out of possibly 60. Remember, deputies are also to come in. A lot of people are going to be unemployed. No wonder, JM. Anyway, you are doing a good job. JM is doing a great job for Ghana, for man and for God. For man and for God. President Mahama revokes Edward Nana Yao Quarantine's appointment as CEO of the Minerals Income and Investment Fund. Get the heads rolling. Get them out. Kick them out. Last week, almost about 500 people were sacked from their jobs. This week, the CEO of Minerals Income and Investment Fund, your appointment has been terminated. Pack your bags and go. We don't need you. You guys are looters. Finance Minister's designate, Dr. Kasser Atoforsen, has been tasked to oversee the fund until a new CEO is appointed. Maybe some of the men above 50, maybe these are the positions we are going to be giving them. And hey, I want to hear more on let the retirees go. Let the retirees go. You are above 60, you are supposed to be retiring. Let the young men get a jobs. You are above 60 in Ghana, you are so expected to retire unless you are on a contract. Means that your profession, your CV is said that there's no outright replacement for the kind of job you do. Then you can be placed on a contract, a year's contract. But you're above 60, let the retirees go. In a in a public office, let the retirees go. Johnny Hughes, don't forget your job. Not because anything is in power. No. We must equally get the job done for Ghanaians, for God and for man. So Johnny Hughes, let the retirees go. I would love it if you can continue. Not because I'm an NDC man, I'll sit back and say, oh, things can just go anyhow. No. And I'm happy the trajectory JM has taken by appointing young and dynamic people into various sectors as ministers. Now, in positions like CEO positions, yes, we can consider 1 or 2 senior members that the junior ones can learn from. Because they have the experience. So, quickly, I'm about to run up. It is your Wednesday edition of the news on GH247. GH247. Dear friends, yes, it is what it is. All right. I want to run up by saying this, dear friends. On this channel, and any other platform where we talk about the policies of JM and NDC. We want to make very clear to NPP apparatchiks out there, NPP communicators out there, you guys are no longer in power. The earlier you accept that, the better. You guys are no longer in power. The earlier you accept your position, the better. Right now, some of you are still finding it difficult to come to terms with the fact that you're no longer in power. You still want to be dragging issues? No. And hey, we have the majority in parliament. We can do anything we want to do. Yes, whether LGBTQ, we want to sign it or not, we can decide not to sign it today, not to sign it tomorrow. Don't twist what JM has said. JM said very clearly, categorically. I don't know whether sometimes some of you guys, you just want to deduce and choose words that suits your parochial interest. JM made it clear to the clergy. He spoke and he explained that, look, in the last parliament, the 8th parliament has already elapsed. The 9th parliament, the bill that was not signed by the president, the outgone president, Nana Akufo-Addo, that same bill cannot return to the parliament, to the 9th parliament, unless it goes through the process again. It is a different parliament altogether, different parliamentarians altogether. Even the old parliamentarians were re-sworn in again. And according to the law, such law has to go back again to the new parliament to go through the process again before he can get to his desk. And he also suggested that the bill would have made more sense, would have been better if it is a government bill, not a private member bill. Government presenting a bill to parliament is government. It carries more weight. But when a bill comes in as a private member bill, sometimes it delays because it's a private member. Government would like to push their own bills through due to time constraint. Government loves to push their own, bills through faster. But private member bills takes time to be dealt with. So he made it very clear. It will be better if the bill comes back as a government bill instead of a private member bill. Secondly, he also said, let me educate you guys. He said this LGBTQ plus issue wouldn't have gotten to this stage if the kids in our schools have been taught our morality, our cultural system and morals. If the kids were to be taught this thing from the schools, they wouldn't grow up and accept man marrying man or woman marrying woman, lesbianism and gayism and whatever, plus Q. So he was suggesting that stakeholders need to sit back and analyze the whole thing, discuss it carefully. If there is a need, if they have to now inculcate that into the syllabuses in our schools, they should do it. They have to do it, or they can do it. And if that is done, then there will not be any need to legislate LGBTQ plus or whatever, because kids will grow up knowing this is wrong. They will not even try to venture into it. But I personally, my understanding is that law will be passed, yet the syllabus will also be introduced in our schools, because you cannot introduce the syllabus today and expect the syllabus to come into, people to begin to understand it and grow up with it immediately. The law will be passed. Oh yes, trust me. If JM did not sign it, you will see it. But I trust JM. He will do the right thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your channel once again, channel GH247, and my name is Salom Eric Kwekutosu. I shall be back with more exclusives. Watch out. Shalom and peace.